Welcome to presentation on my social innovation titled Religious Harmony Through Individual Spiritual Evolution by Prem Kambli. B.Tech, IIT, MBA, IIM. premkambli@gmail.com. My solution does not use the traditional religious or spiritual methods but tries to bridge the global religious divide through scientific pursuit of spirituality. Let us look at why the world needs such a solution. Today's global scenario. The world is fast moving towards more violence and less peace. There are increasing deaths due to religious conflicts. Can we say that the objectives of religion have been met? Not exactly. The objective of religion was spiritually evolved individuals, better societies, more love and peace. Today there are more deaths due to religious conflicts than due to all natural calamities put together. Clearly the method has not worked. It has divided humanity, causing religious hatred and violence. Religion may have worked for some individuals, but certainly not for the world and humanity as a whole. Today we are faced with a global problem. How to address religious diversity in society. In other words, how to reduce conflict and violence due to religion without offending the faiths and beliefs. World is deteriorating due to hatred and violence, and so are we as humans. Humans can evolve when mind is at peace. Individual minds are less at peace because of more global unrest. You and I are not developing as humans, maybe deteriorating. So it is a vicious cycle. Religious hatred is resulting into a deteriorating world because of violence, hence minds are not at peace and hence human minds are deteriorating. And deteriorated individuals create a deteriorating world. The cycle goes on. We can then conclude that religion has neither worked for individuals nor the world. Should we let the world go to dogs? Should we leave such a world for our kids? How do we change the world for the better? By changing ourselves. The world will change for better automatically. We individuals need to change. We need to be at peace with ourselves and the world. Peace of mind can come with emotional, moral and spiritual development. We may not realize it, but our beliefs, however impartial they may be, are dividing the world and promoting hatred and violence. Clearly there is need for a method which will achieve the objectives more closely in a focused manner and will not have any detrimental side effects like religion. A method which will work for the individuals but have no adverse impact on the world. Better world needs better humans. To make a better world we need to be better humans with less religious bias. What is the solution being offered? The solution offers personal transformational workshops and seminars targeted for common people to broaden their outlook towards religion and spirituality. There is no prerequisite for the workshop. It is for the common man. More about the workshop. Lectures, exercises and discussions aimed at individual transformation through self-introspection. It is based on the unique Prem spirituality model, discussed later. It enhances emotional and spiritual well-being. It opens our eyes to some of the age-old myths which close our minds and narrow our outlook. More about the workshop. The approach is very scientific and rational, and does not offend any religion. It is in consonance with most of the religious preachings of love and compassion. The workshop helps bridge the religious divide and reduce violence due to religious conflicts. What does this workshop do? The workshop works on the religious biases with two approaches. The psychological approach. The rational and scientific approach, psychological approach to religious bias. Most of the religious biases are based on deep-seated subconscious blind spots. A blind spot is something, some belief, self-made rule, which resides in our subconscious mind and we are blind to it as it is hidden from our conscious mind. Our actions, particularly spontaneous actions, are based on this belief, rule as it is subconscious mind which drives our actions. We are quite often not even aware of such actions and biases, or if we are aware, we are confused as to why we behave so. Psychological approach to religious bias. The workshop works as an eye-opener to instill a feeling of futility of religious bias and hostility. An eye-opener is something which suddenly makes you aware of your blind spots by diving into your subconscious mind. An eye-opener normally shakes your conscience and has a lasting impact. The workshop uses psychological principles to dig deep into subconscious mind and help remove religious biases. Religious bias, the rational and scientific approach. The workshop uses a scientific model, Prem Spirituality Model, to give you a simple scientific definition of spirituality. The model provides a more open, broad-minded, scientific, rational and objective look at the concepts of God and religion. The model also gives a peek view of the future possibilities of a fully developed scientific model on spirituality, religious bias, the rational and scientific approach. The model very objectively drives in the futility of several current practices without offending any beliefs. Very objectively, it also opens your eyes to one of the biggest flaws of the current method of religion. Opening your eyes to this flaw reduces religious extremism and fanaticism, innovative, unique features of the solution. My solution has a short-term and a long-term vision. Short-term vision. To transform individuals to use the current methods of religion for personal benefit and avoid the adverse side effects. Long-term vision. To transform the methods themselves with scientific research on spirituality using Prem Spirituality Model to achieve the desired objective more accurately with zero side effects. Prem Spirituality Model. The solution uses the concepts of a unique model called Prem Spirituality Model. The model promotes scientific study of spirituality and tries to make spiritual heights within reach of the common man. Prem Spirituality Model was presented in an international conference on spirituality and peace, and is published in a journal. Concepts used from my book God in 2 Minutes, Amazon. My book builds on the Prem Spiritual Model to further explain the concept of God and religion, the origin of the concept and the pitfalls of the faith-based method. Book is based on completely original thoughts not written or presented anywhere in the world. Removes blind spots. The workshop, with very simple and basic concepts, helps remove the blind spots created by age-old conditioning. It dwells into the psychology of the subconscious mind and deconditions you to set you free from age-old biases and some of the myths cultivated from childhood. It uses some innovative techniques and concepts like time swing analysis, living in the past syndrome, mentomatics, etc., which are unique to this workshop. Benefits for individuals. Helps you evolve spiritually. Gives you more peace of mind. Develops a scientific outlook to spirituality. Helps you to follow your faith with open mind and benefit from its merits while avoiding the ill effects. Frees you from biases and evolve to a better being. Helps you contribute to a better world, benefits for the world and future generations. Reduces religious extremism and fanaticism. A world without religious hatred and divide. Less violence and hatred, more religious harmony. Make the world a much better place to live in, by rooting out religious fanaticism. With scientific awareness of spirituality, there will be more tolerance for different religions. With more scientific awareness, the futility of discriminating between religions will be crystal clear, not in conflict with any religion. Method is in line with religious principles but avoids lethal side effects. It does not use the commonly used religious or spiritual methods. It steers clear of religion to avoid biases. It uses scientific thinking, logic, common sense and objective analysis to open our eyes to what has gone wrong over the years for religious side effects. It is not based on any one faith, nor does it ask you to attach yourself with some faith. It does not offend any religion nor is anti-religion. It helps everyone to follow their own religion without bias for other religions, so as to gain from the benefits of their respective faiths, while avoiding the ill effects of overdose of faith. How does it work? A method to promote the good effects of religion while curbing its evil effects. By opening the eyes to an inherent flaw in the method of God and religion. Introducing to a possible scientific approach to spirituality through Prem Spirituality Model. Individual transformation through lectures, exercises and discussions leading to self-introspection. How does it work? Phase 1 plan. Use the Prem Spirituality Model to improve the current method of God and religion. Blunt the ill effects and amplify the benefits of the same old method. Phase 1 uses existing commonly known scientific principles of physical science. Phase 1 is sufficient to accomplish the social solution presented here. Phase 2 plan, future plan. Encourage further research on Prem scientific model to evolve a new re-engineered method. Evolve a new scientific method with all the benefits of religion, sans the evil side effects of religion. Phase 2 aims at developing new currently unknown scientific principles of spiritual science. We can re-engineer God and religion to usher in the great spiritual revolution, a revolution which will unite a world badly divided by religion, spiritual revolution. After the Industrial and Information Revolution, the next imminent revolution is the spiritual revolution. The Industrial and Information Revolutions gave the muscle power and brain power in the hands of the common man. The spiritual revolution will make the mind power, which is so far limited to the spiritually enlightened few, accessible to the common man by cleansing the mind. The workshop and Prem spiritual model are based on a vision of a dramatic global transformation of unimaginable levels post the spiritual revolution. 4 criteria for evaluation of the idea. Real-world problem, religious conflicts, terrorism and bloodshed is a real global problem. Originality of idea. Prem spirituality model is a completely original idea not written anywhere in the world. Based on my book God in 2 Minutes, which has no bibliography as the concepts are completely original. Ease of use. The idea of workshops is simple. The contents of the workshop are also extremely simple, designed for common man. Technology. The workshop uses ideas like multimedia and virtual reality for some of the exercises. Phase 2 involves scientific research, spirituality and on-prem spirituality model. Thank you. Prem Kambli.